all you people out there that do discriminate in any way, you're dicks. You're just dicks. Hello, my beautiful butterflies. So this video is like a full-on rant, and it's totally my opinion, and your opinion may totally differ, which is fine because everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And where I live in Canada, freedom of speech is real. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and this is mine, and it's been building up for quite a while. Just recently, I decided that I'm pissed off and I want to talk about it. And I know you guys are all awesome and you'll stick behind me. I have nothing on my face because I actually have a cold because I'm talented, and I go out one day and I get sick from being around people. If you are, say, like easily offended or don't like to hear rants or anything like that, then just like X out, like don't watch it, because you know it's gonna be my opinion and it's gonna maybe be some swear words. I can't say for sure, so take a moment and think about it, and if you want to watch. Feel free to leave your opinion of what I'm saying, whether you agree or disagree or have a whole different kind of opinion, in the comment section below. I'm very, very interested in what you always have to say because I love you guys so much. So this rant is a build-up of like a lot of years of my personal experience, but also I can think of my mom's experience and many other people's experiences. So it is about how people that are overweight are treated in general, but I'm sort of focusing more on trying to get a job or the workplace, things like that. Okay, so you guys have only ever seen me as an overweight person, but actually I wasn't overweight. So I haven't always been overweight, actually. I was always really quite fit. I feel like justifiable in it because I've been fit and I'm this now, and I've seen personally and felt personally the persecution and the difference the same people you've known for years even treat you. So I'm gonna show you a picture of myself. It's pretty much my favorite picture. I was about 17, so we'll start from the top. All my hair, of course, was bleached, but that was bottle dye job. Mama Butterfly did a great job with that. And as you can see, I had thigh muscles. I could always pop them out. And there's the lovely shoes. And as you can see, I was about 120 pounds and I was fit. But if you see that I'm wearing like a kind of long sleevey shirt, that is because I thought my arms were fat. They weren't. I started feeling like I was fat. It's like a body dysmorphia thing when I was in ballet because, God, I was like 9 or something, and you know, I started developing and all the other girls weren't, so I quit ballet because I was feeling badly about myself. So I've always thought parts of me were heavy when they weren't. Now I look back and I'm like, can I go back in time? I've been fit and I have been this size. I've been less overweight, you know, like down, up and down for the last, you know, years. So the reason this is more prevalent now in my life is that my entire working career was basically, I worked for our family company, which turned into a big company. I won't go into that too much, but of course, when your dad's the friggin' owner, boss guy, he's not gonna be like, I'm sorry, you're heavy. Although when I started, I wasn't heavy. So there was never a need to like go get another job because I had one. I didn't think it would be so hard when we left that job, when that company sold or we left it, to get another job, being that I did like a lot of stuff, different, like jack of all trades, but I ended up being in the office doing a lot of assistant office manager stuff, which is not, you know, not for nothing. It's good. But that's a different roundabout, being qualified to flip a burger, which I'm not apparently. Basically, I've gone on many an interview of late, which if you've been following my social media and stuff, you are aware of this. The one, like, I know people judge you on your appearance, and I always go very done up nice, dressed nice. Yes, I'm overweight, but I'm dressed nice. My resume's nice. So what clicked in my head that this is a serious, like, I have to get it out there. I have to. So I went and applied for a housekeeping job at an assisted living facility, which is basically like a really fancy apartment condo building for seniors that don't need really a lot of medical help. They just are living and they just need a little bit of help. So they had my resume. I actually have janitorial experience because I cleaned our store before it got too big, before I had too many. Everything, like toilets to like personal desks of people that weren't my parents, and I did a really good job. Like, I Lysoled the phones. The cleaners that came after me sucked. Alright? So I had lots of janitorial experience, and the fact that the age that I am, you know, some of the stuff was like doing laundry. Well, I'm pretty sure I have, you know, lots of years of doing laundry. It's not that friggin' hard. How do I want to do it? And making beds, it's like, I don't know, is this pillow go under the bed? Like, really? I was feeling pretty good because they really need someone. It said ASAP. They called me up. The guy emailed me even. He wanted me in there. So they had my resume. Okay? Remember that. They had all the information on my resume. This is what I think people do when they look at resumes. I assume they shortlist people based on their qualifications. And if you have no, say, cleaning experience, I don't think you're going to get called in. So I get called in, and I'm really excited because it's 10 minutes away. I know the place. The guy was super nice. I really thought I had this in the bag because I could start right away. And I went there, and they were super nice to me. We laughed, we talked. I told them about my experience and this and that and all that. So I left feeling pretty good. So I made sure to mention this in a good way. I said, I know that I'm bigger, but I just want you to know that physically I can do everything that you guys require, because they had told me what exactly the routine is for the housekeeping. And I could do it all. It's just like literally like, you know, wipe down, clean out the bathroom. It's just like the stuff you would do at home, only in a small little like apartment thing. So I just want to make sure they knew, because, you know, I just knew I was going to be judged a little bit. But you never know. So I let them know that I could. I mean, I can pick up Lexi. She's 60 pounds. I'm pretty sure I can put hospital corners on a mattress and vacuum. Anyway, so I left. Everything seemed really good. I came home so excited and didn't hear from them, didn't hear from them, didn't hear from them, even though I was told I'd hear from them the next day. Either way decision. So I emailed the nice man and I said, hi, I'm just wondering, you know, if you hired someone or if you know, I was inquiring, following up. It's always a good thing to do. So he emailed me, didn't even call, to actually quote the one part that pissed me off enough to want to rant. Nice as he said it, he said, and I quote, "We hired someone with considerably more cleaning experience." Considerably more than what? My like entire life since I've been able to do my own cleaning? How does that person have more than me? I have actual janitorial experience. You know? And that's when it dawned on me. It wasn't because the person had more experience. It's because the person wasn't fat. And I know fat is like an insulting word, but I'm fat. It's true. Yes, I'm overweight or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm fat. I know it. So I don't like it, but it's how it is. And that just clicked in my head. I always kind of felt like maybe people were judging me on that. But then on other resumes and stuff, I might not have been qualified. This job, I was completely and fully qualified for because, hey, they had my resume. So they knew my cleaning qualifications and experience, and they thought it was good enough to bring me in. But the size I am, I guess, was not in their friggin' like desire. When I read that, and it's like, oh, we're keeping resume on file, it's like, yeah, for when I lose weight. When I read considerable cleaning experience, like more than me, I was just like, that's a bald-faced lie, because I have tons of it. You might as well have just wrote, I'm sorry, you're overweight. Actually, I would have respected that person more if they wrote, I don't think you can physically do this job. Of course, if they say that, then they can be in trouble. And that brings me to my other part of my rant. There's racism, illegal, big time trouble for that. Sexism is illegal, big time trouble for that. Ageism is illegal, big time problems for that. Mentally handicapped, like if you discriminate, major trouble. Fatism or overweightism doesn't exist. It doesn't matter. The only way there's no laws against it. They can't say to you, we're not hiring you because you're not fit. They can't, I mean, if they said that, you could try to go after them for human rights or whatever, but there is no ism. There's no law. There's no, like, just because we're heavy doesn't mean we're stupid, even though we get treated that way. And I think there needs to be an ism for the overweight, because it's not just, I didn't sit there and eat and eat and eat and eat. I went through a horrible bout of depression with some personal issues that are really horrible that you guys don't know about, that I'm not going to talk about because they really upset me. And I didn't eat and eat and eat, but I ate during the night and I didn't exercise. So when I did eat, it didn't burn off and I gained weight and I got more depressed until I'm this. And then I lost weight being bulimic, and that was not good. Not everybody that's overweight is like a glutton or a sloth or whatever you might think. I guarantee you there are 99% of them, there's reasons or psychological reasons we are discriminated against. It's a fact. And we have no rights. We have no way of defending ourselves unless they flat out say that's not why they're hiring you. And they're not that stupid. They're not going to say that, because then you get a lawyer and it's a human rights violation. But there is no, like I said, racism. No. In trouble. You know, sexism, ageism, mental disability discrimination, all that stuff. There are laws. There are actual laws, which are good. There's laws. But there's no law for anyone overweight. Or probably underweight either. But to be honest, in my opinion, they would hire, say, someone who might be anorexic or small like that over a heavy person, even though they could probably break their arm doing something, perhaps, because it's not healthy either. And that's my opinion, because they look better. When you walk around the mall, our mall, I could probably count 10 people, maybe, that are slightly to, not my size, but like overweight in the entire, all the shops together. That's it. So like, I've given up trying to get a job right now just because it's, I mean, I applied and applied and applied and applied. I was doing pretty good. I'm getting interviews and stuff, but they're just not going to take you seriously. And I know a lot of employers will be like, that's not true, but it's true. It's true. I'm sorry. So even after high school, I was still fit. And the weight only started going on
half a dozen years.
Like maybe 6 years or so after some really bad stuff with a really bad person. And I was treated completely different then. So when I was fit, I don't like to use the word skinny and stuff like that, because you don't strive to be skinny, you strive to be fit and healthy. People were just nicer, and they were faster to say, come help you in a store, especially clothing stores. If I walk into a clothing store that's not plus size, I might as well be invisible until they realize I look pissed off. It's like, don't you think maybe I could be buying something for a friend? Because I know when I walk into some stores that stuff won't fit me in there. But what if I'm buying my boyfriend a pair of jeans? You know? You feel that. And it doesn't feel good.
It's discrimination.
It's discrimination. Overweight people are discriminated against, and there's no laws protecting us. There's nothing we can do about it. People will lose weight. Yeah, well, if it was that easy, boom, I'd be skinny. But it's hard work. It's just hard work. When you lose a pound, you think, oh, it's only a pound. Pull out a thing of butter. A pound is a lot. It took me a long time to actually think that way. But sometimes I don't. I think, oh, I have to lose all this much weight and it puts all this pressure on me. But you gotta do it healthy. It pisses me off to no end that people think when you're overweight to a point, like I guess when you're kind of just chubby, they're not so bad about it. They weren't really so bad with me. But when you get to where I am, it's like they think you're stupid. Like they gotta talk slower, or you don't know, or they don't want your opinion, or like you're dirty, or you'll smell, or something, or you go and like buy like 10 Big Macs a day or whatever. I got news. Your weight has nothing to do with how intelligent you are. You made bad decisions possibly, but I got straight A's, okay? I'm not stupid. I know I have my blonde moments, but I'm not stupid. I've made some bad life choices because of depression and other instances, but I'm not a stupid person. So my mom had always told me this story.
I was fat, then I got thin, and her mom was at a meeting, and she was fat, and I saw how they treated me differently than they used to treat me, and they treated her like they used to treat me before.
So I
was skinny.
You were skinny.
She was fat.
She was fat.
But when I started there with Graham, I was fat, and they used to treat me a certain way. And now it was like they were interested in what I had to say.
It was baby. You just had kids.
Yeah, they were interested in what I had to say, and she would try to say something, and they would just
she's not a stupid lady.
And she's a nice lady.
Okay, so just in case you guys think that this is just like my ranting and this just happens nowadays and whatnot, I didn't even want to think about back in the day, like the day. You know, so nothing has been done. Nothing's happened. There's been no laws passed. The only thing you can do is if you can prove that they were being discriminative about you for human rights. That you were totally qualified for the job and they solely didn't hire you because of that. That's the only way. But that's your word against their word, and I'm sorry, but even the judges and stuff like that, sorry.
Can't prove it.
Unless you get a fat judge, okay? I'm sorry. I don't care what you guys, I don't care if any people get mad at me with that. It's the truth. I love YouTube, okay? I do. I know there's bullies and stuff everywhere in life, and I've learned to deal with them, and as you can see, I don't tolerate them. Okay, I'm gonna mention some people that I love, and not getting on them at all. Just using them for an example, because I know a lot of you watch some people that I do. So, I'll start with Jenna Marbles, who you know is my absolute favorite YouTuber. She follows me on some stuff on Twitter, and she's like, watched a video of mine that I made for her, and I love her. She's great. This bitch, I won't mention hers, but you would have seen it on my social media how pissed I was. This friggin' bitch from another country, I won't say, but they have quite the accent, and they're vegan. And Jenna Marbles used to do vegan for 6 days out of the week, not because she was all like protesting animal stuff, because she made her feel good and energetic and whatnot, right? But that was like a couple of years ago when she was like in her earlier 20s. And she now is not vegan all that. She eats meat more and stuff. And this bitch who is in shape and stuff, and she might have been doing this just to get attention, which she did, but it was a lot of negative attention. I don't really like to get my videos that way, but I'm sure I'll get it for this. Basically, the picture saying Jenna Marbles got fat for stop being vegan.
You should be so fat.
Yeah. Please let me be as fat as Jenna Marbles. My God. Like, really? So, I watched her video, and she's pimping her lifestyle and her, like, merchandise. Like, she's like a company. And I left a comment, not at all mean, not at all rude, just saying that I think it's rude about what she did, and I think it's like, I told her you might as well just give a bunch of girls eating disorders right now, because Jenna Marbles is fit. And I said, Jenna Marbles may be tough to what we see, and she probably is really tough and has a thick skin, but no one's impenetrable, and that could have easily hurt her feelings. We don't know her, you know? Just because she's funny and can just laugh it off, maybe. But that pissed me off so badly. To say that's why. To say she gained weight. You know the weight she gained that I've noticed is muscle. She's like Michelle Obama arms. It's very insulting. And we don't know how it made Jenna feel. She said, oh, Jenna didn't mind, blah, blah, blah. It's like, show me that comment. Jenna Marbles, if you watch this, your fans stuck up for you, and you look great, and you're fit, and I can't wait for another diet and exercise video because I strive to look like her. Like, we're about the same height and stuff, and I should be 130 pounds at my height. The doctors can tell you how that works. Try to find a beauty guru or something like that that's overweight and has 500,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers. You're not gonna. And they can know everything about it. They can be great content, great everything. You're not gonna be taken seriously. I don't try to get taken seriously with makeup and stuff because, like, I don't know everything about makeup. I like comedy and stuff like that. But a lot of people probably click on my channel and are like, what the hell does she know? She's fat. So there's discrimination everywhere, forever, for a long time. And it pisses me off. Like, I could rant and rant. I've been ranting for about 40 minutes. So basically, what I'm saying is there's laws against racism. There's laws against sexism. There's laws against ageism. And there's laws against, like, if you have a mental handicap-ism. There are no actual laws about weight. And there's no consequence. You just get bullied. Or you don't get the job because of that. But there's nothing you can do. There's nothing oh, you can lose weight. Yeah. Okay. Do you know that some people who are bipolar or other conditions, the medication that they have to take, they have to, or they will not be okay and could kill themselves or something like that, can make them, most bipolar medication makes you bloat to the point where you are big. My brother, when he was on certain meds, just poof, and he is like always been thin. He's got a high metabolism. So those people that have to be that, they can't, there's no way to lose it when it's physically bloating you. You have no choice. And those people still get discriminated against, even though they really can't, there's no choice. And sadly, a lot of them choose rather to, like, get help and take the meds still. They'll choose not to take the meds because they'd rather be thin and not, you know, treated certain ways. I think there should be a discriminatory law to do with people that are overweight, and that we should not be treated less than equal, or just like that we're stupid, or that we can't do the job that we applied for, even though we can. And it's in the it makes me feel very bad about myself. And yes, I am doing things to lose weight and whatnot, and it's not to please those people. It's because I don't want to die, and I want to have a family, and I want to be healthy. All you people out there that do discriminate in any way against overweight people, you're dicks. You're just dicks. And stop it. Because, like, one day, maybe, hopefully, I'm sure, there will be a law passed. You'll be screwed. And what about you? What if you got overweight because you were in a car accident, say, and you couldn't work out, and you were just eating and depressed? How would you feel then? I've lived on both sides of the fences. I'm actually writing a book, basically called The View from Both Sides of the Fence. I know how it feels to be fit, and I know how it feels to be heavy and in the middle. And the only time I wasn't treated differently was when I was fit. But I don't think that anyone has the right to not hire you or to treat you differently. If you treated someone of a different ethnicity than you, I hate the word racism, because the human race is one race. Canines is a race. Rodents are a race. It's one race. I think we need to change the word from racism to, like, ethnicism or culturalism or something like that, because we're all part of the human race. You couldn't treat someone who had different background, ethnicity, what have you, the same way you treat an overweight person. You would be sued like that. I'm sure I'll get comments on that, but because they have the rights. We don't have any rights. We have the right to feel bad. We have the right to be ashamed to... I'll like work out and stuff like that, and I say I won't have any ice cream or any bad food for a whole month. Doesn't matter. If I am eating like a small ice cream cone from McDonald's, people stare at you. Even they don't even know. You could have lost 20 pounds. They don't know. All they go is, that fat, that's why you're fat, because you eat ice cream. That's why you're fat, because you do that and this and that. It's like, you know what? Fuck you. Okay? So let's like start a movement, you know? I don't know, like maybe we can get a law passed. Just so I hope I haven't offended anybody. That wasn't my like goal. I just wanted to get it off my chest because it just pisses me off. It hurts my feelings. I know how many people get hurt by this. It's not just me being angry. It just is not fair. And so if I offended you, sorry, I'm not sorry, because I told you at the beginning of this that I might be offensive to some people. So, you know, feel free to leave an opinion of your own, negative, good, whatever. You can bitch at me. I don't care. This is my opinion on how overweight people are treated. So, bye.